The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the raw and uncensored Ambitchious Podcast. I'm your host, the original HBIC, Katie Boyd. During our time here together, I will be instilling all of the strength, power, and determination you will need to use the very stones thrown at you to build your ultimate empire. We will redefine the word bitch from the derogatory to the acronym being in total control of herself. So let's adjust our crowns and prepare to live life ambitiously. Oh yeah, here I am, the original HBIC, Katie motherfucking Boyd. Today's Ambitchious Podcast is all about, are you a self-sabotaging success fearer? Question mark. And over here is my ride or die, my homeboy, Matt Babine.
Yes, thank you,
Hello,
baby.
sir.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome, baby.
How are you?
Oh, I'm just fucking fancy-free,
I am
footloose.
fancy-free and footloose myself. Let's sabotage.
Are you excited for today?
Yeah, I'm always excited.
Are you a self-sabotager?
No.
Oh, here we go again.
I actually
Matt's middle name is Perfection.
I am sometimes.
You're a poopy pants.
Yeah.
Matt's a fucking poopy pants.
Yeah.
That's what you should be saying.
A poopy
I am.
pants. That's good. Yeah.
You're a poopy pants.
All right.
You shit in your own pants when you're a little kid taking a shit in the woods. You're a poopy pants.
That happened. It was not a good scene.
Who shits in their own pants?
That was the best story I've ever had, though.
He was actually shitting. He pulled his pants down in the woods to shit.
Now, mind, I was
and he
probably
didn't move his underwear, and he shit the whole dump in his fucking.
I was probably
in his
6 years.
animals.
You don't have to tell everybody. I was probably about 4 years old.
Why are you in the
5.
woods? Where were your parents?
I was with my friends. Back then in the 70s, they just let you out.
You were squirrel hunting?
You just went out.
You were squirrel hunting.
And I was out too far from home, and I'm like, well, I can't make it back. I got to try to get rid of this problem. And I went to go to the bathroom, and I went to camp or anything, so nobody showed me the proper way.
Matt, all you do is move your underwear out of the way.
Well, apparently, I should have just shit in my pants because the thing went right in it.
Was that the same day that you ate the berries and almost died?
No, that was younger for that. I had a tumultuous childhood.
You never know the way you talk about how perfect your fucking life is.
Nothing's perfect. Everything's perfect now.
Oh, God. Am I the only one that fucking self-deprecates on this goddamn podcast?
I just talked about me crapping my pants.
Because I brought it up.
Yeah, but you brought it up, but here I am, the butt of your joke. Literally, the butt talks of your joke.
But why else are you here? Why else are you here? No, oh my God! Well,
because I'm the star.
You're the brown star. Last time I checked. Listen, before we start this fucking brouhaha, because it's gonna be litty like a titty, I want to read the iTunes review of the week, and it is from K34X, 5 stars, and it's entitled "Role Model." To say I'm obsessed with Katie's podcast is an understatement. I drop everything I am doing on Tuesdays to listen to her truth bombs. One of my friends and I fangirl over her so hard. We legitimately ask ourselves, what would Katie do? I need to make a bracelet that says that. What would Katie do? That's a good one. That maybe my next swag, my next piece of swag. So on many occasions they say, what would Katie do? Her authenticity is so refreshing and relatable. She has helped me be more intentional in my life, with my time, with my money, health, spirituality. The list goes on and on. Katie and Matt make me laugh out loud, all while dropping a lot of amazing advice to help you live your best life. I recommend this podcast to everyone and their mother. Love you, Katie. K34X, you better get over, and you need to email me at themisfitclub@gmail.com to receive your $100 gift certificate. And to all the people that have gone on iTunes already and given Ambitchious Podcast a 5-star in a review, I thank you from the bottom of my little black heart. And for all of those who haven't yet, what the fuck are you waiting for, you lazy motherfuckers?
I love what you said.
Get over there, for Christ almighty. It helps the Ambitchious movement so much. You just think I'm here for my good looks and great rack? No. I need some goddamn iTunes reviews.
Yes,
Get over there.
I was enjoying the rack.
Ew, man.
By the way, I love the The
Do you like
Ambitchious
my shirt?
It's so awesome.
Do you like my shirt?
I can't wait till mine comes in. I'm going to be very excited.
Yeah. Wait till you see what Matt says. It's going to be a surprise. It's ambitious, but it's also something else. But we're going to keep that on the DL until we can show you all what it is. If you want an Ambitchious swag t-shirt, go over to the show notes and follow the link, and they will ship it right straight to your home. And when you get the Ambitchious t-shirt, don't forget to tag me on your social media. Seriously, I can't wait to see someone else wearing the shirt.
That's going to be
like,
awesome.
It's going to be really freaking cool. Jill's like, yeah, buddy, I just ordered mine.
Hi, Jill.
And we have some really cool stuff coming up at KBMC. So we have a sound healing on 420. 420, baby. I'm not even a pot smoker, but I always act like I am.
420
yeah,
now.
well, I had a lot of friends growing up that was their favorite day of the year. But we're not going to be smoking ganja. We are going to be doing some sound healing from 11 to 1 p.m. on Saturday, April 20th. And I'm inviting each and every one of you guys to come a little bit early from 10 a.m. to 11 to do yoga and meditation with yours truly, and then stay afterwards for the sound healing. If you guys want to check out Butcher Box and get some free bacon and some ground beef for life, there's some amazing stuff going on at Butcher Box. All you have to do is follow the code. It's butcherbox.com/the Misfit Club to get your freebies and your discounts and all that good stuff.
Is it free bacon?
Yeah, it's free bacon.
Oh, I love free bacon.
Matt loves free bacon.
I love free bacon, and I like paying for bacon. I just love bacon.
I just love bacon, whether it's free or it's charged.
It doesn't make a difference to me.
Get on over to Butcher Box, and we have 2 more awesome things. So we actually have an April vacation camp for children at Dojo Sante and Katie Boyd's Misfit Club. Our good friends and soul sisters, Kristen Tellier and Jill Coletti, are going to be spinning on the 1s and 2s. Excited. You can drop your children off at 8:30 in the morning and do a half day till noon, or you can do a full day from 8:30 to 3. And this camp is going to be amazing. It's going to be martial arts, yoga, meditation, creativity,
pizza,
arts and crafts, pizza. Freaking amazing. I'm going to be dropping in there and hanging out.
I'll be showing up on pizza day.
Yeah. Matt is always there for a free meal.
That's right.
He's never missed a free meal.
Oh, tomorrow looks like it's pizza.
I'm also linking that in the show notes. If you are not going away for April vacation and you want to give your children some serious enrichment, or just get rid of them for the day and be able to do whatever the hell you do. Like, I don't know, go to work. That's what people do, right? Check that out. And last but not least, I know it's far away, but it's never too far away to start talking about something so incredible as our Pico Azore Island Portugal retreat. It's October 4th through the 12th. We are bringing 28 amazing souls over to the motherland, and we are going to be doing everything from meditation to, oh my God, deep spiritual dives. We're going to be exercising. We are going to be eating. Drinking, massages, whale watching, swimming with dolphins, going to vineyards.
I can't wait. This is going to be outstanding.
And we're living in this incredible villa up in the mountains, and it's just like, oh, I live for this right now. So check that out too. Saj Vacations are putting it on. We are collaborating. My good friend Patricia Almas Cordero, that's her married name. I always call people their maiden name from high school. But she and I have been collaborating on this for some time. So for $28.99, you get everything from room, your food, your excursions, your transportation, and your flights. And you're going to meet some incredible people.
Now, how many people can go?
Only 28.
28, okay.
Matt, have you been following the Bounty Ball? I've already talked about this.
Because I know we have a bunch already that signed up. Yes. So I want to make sure that they know that this is.
I'm selling this mother out.
Time sensitive. It's not like, I'll wait till September. No, it's going to be gone.
You can just give a $500 deposit, and the rest of your money isn't due till late August, which is so awesome.
Yep.
So check it out, guys. Portugal 2019. It's going to be mind freaking blowing. All right. Now that we got all that shit out of the way.
Yes.
It's not shit. I mean, it is shit. No, it isn't shit. It's shit, but it's not.
Don't sabotage our shit.
Oh my God. I'm a professional self-sabotager. But I'm getting so much better.
I think we all are.
So today's all about, are you a fucking self-sabotager? And the top 5 ways how to stop this madness.
No, it is madness.
I want to, I am going to tell you something that you probably think is a fib, but I have been afraid of success most of my life, for as long as I can remember, about being obsessed with success.
Yes.
I always like to sabotage right before the miracle happens. And if you've read the book Think and Grow Rich, they call it 3 feet from gold.
Yes.
Check that out. I'm not going to go into it because it's a lengthy story, but I always have had this really bad habit of self-sabotaging right before the miracle happens. And if you feel like you're in the same boat, I want to first start off by giving you guys a brief synopsis and then talking about the 5 ways that I deal with myself, trying not to self-sabotage, because I think that a lot of us are really afraid of success, which sounds so crazy. It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah. And well, because if you level up, right? If you level up in anything, what happens? You're afraid people aren't going to love you. Your husband may
Which has
not
already
love
happened,
you.
by the way.
Yeah.
I have leveled up so much in the last 10 years, and I've lost so many friends. I've had to cut so many people out.
Yep.
And it's because they can't handle the vibrational frequency of where I'm going.
Right.
They can't get up to that level. And it's no hard feelings, guys, but
Yeah. What did you say? You used to say to me, I loved it. You go, hey, we're going on a roller coaster ride. Not everybody likes the roller coaster ride.
That's right.
So you may want to go on the little horses, the teacups or something like that.
That's cool.
But that's fine. But I told you we're going on a roller coaster ride.
And I think that we have to realize, too, that not everybody's meant to ride the ride.
Right.
Period.
Right.
No one's going to get on your love bus.
No.
Not everyone's going to. Not everyone deserves to be there.
But I think that's why a lot of people self-sabotage, because especially if you come, you grew up like we did, where we came from, middle low income families, and we built everything that we have today from scratch. And it's will my family love me anymore? Will these people want to hang around with me anymore? And I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
You kind of self-sabotage yourself.
And we also put this crazy notion on ourselves that we have to keep all the balls up in the air, because if we let one drop, then everything will go to hell, and that's not true either.
And not asking for help. Right?
Yeah. There's so many. We could go on and on and on, right?
Yeah.
So I want to first talk about the 4 common reasons why people self-sabotage, okay? So the 4 common reasons, and I've done some really in-depth study on this, is these 4, okay? Number 1 is self-hatred. Number 2 is comfort. Number 3 is rigidity. And number 4 is fear. So self-hatred can really be called the anti-self. This is the enemy in our mind that speaks to us with the language of self-denying, self-loathing, or even self-soothing talk. So some can call this the critical inner parent. And usually this voice was shaped during our childhood experiences. So what we endured, experienced, and what we were told about ourselves as a child, really shapes our reality as an adult, right? So if we had a miserable or lonely childhood, then we would probably grow up feeling unworthy or socially awkward. And if we were told that we were not good at something and should quit because we would be wasting our time, we end up having, as adults, victim mentality. Another alarming thought is that we tend to imitate the patterns, attitudes, or behaviors, this is fucking scary, of our families of origins or our caretakers. Jill just got really scared on that one. Her face just got really scared. Yeah, Jill, when I was researching this shit, I felt the same exact way. So this could be anxiety, depression, self-loathing, cowardice, timidness, no gumption, no lust for life, narcissism, gaslighting. The list could we could just be here all day long reading it, right? So then in turn, what happens is these patterns spill over into our adult lives. So if this is sounding familiar to people out there in ambitious land, this is one of the causes of your self-sabotage. The second one is comfort. And comfort tends to do just what it says, right? So it keeps us small, it pigeonholes us, it boxes us in. Comfort can sound like an overbearing grandmother that just wants to dote on us, it's okay, just have that piece of cake. Just eat that. Just eat it. It's fine. You can start your diet on Monday. This is also probably sounding very familiar. Who cares about the gym tonight? No, one more day of exercise isn't going to kill you. Just do that homework tomorrow. You have plenty of time. Just watch one more show on Netflix. Go, you have tomorrow, you have the next day, you have the weekend to finish your work. And then what happens over time is the voice turns into, you're a loser, you're lazy, you'll never amount to anything. And so it shall be. Have you ever heard that voice?
Or it will just be a habit that will take you to sabotage, right? That you're not going to, make the sales calls or do the things that you need to do or work out or anything that you want to, to move forward in your life.
Right.
It becomes a habit of procrastination and not taking action.
Have you heard any of these voices ever?
Tons.
So you've heard the comfort voice.
Yes.
When does the comfort voice come in for you, Matt?
Comfort voice comes into me when it's like, okay, well, you know something? I would really like that chicken parmesan and some beautiful raviolis. And by God, I'm going to get it. So that's very comforting to me.
And you say like, oh, it's a cheat day. Who cares?
It's a cheat day or it's this day, right? So when the cheat days start to outnumber the days of working out, not good.
Nope.
That's what you call out of shape.
What about the self-hatred? Have you ever had the self-loathing, self-hatred voice?
Self-loathing, self-hatred? No, not that. I don't think I have.
Maybe when you were younger.
Definitely when I was younger.
But now you're good.
Yeah, I think so.
I
think I've worked through that. But I don't know. I have to think. Sometimes it comes up in different ways, right? Like by not taking action, you're not taking action because I don't think I'm enough to be able to even deserve whatever, right?
Yes.
So when something's big, like you said, like the 3 feet from gold or whatever you're striving for, if you give up at that time, you probably feel like you don't deserve it. And I actually probably do. Because if I don't feel like I'm worthy, then obviously I don't think I'm good enough or I am enough. So I think we all have to beat that little voice back in our heads that we've been conditioned, since a young age.
Yes. Like sometimes if a voice pops in my head and like says these things to me, I'll say like, shut up. Yeah. Or I'll be like, no, that's not true.
I think
I will actually say it out loud to myself. Yeah. Because it's like I have to break the pattern because it's hypnotic rhythm.
Yes, it is hypnotic rhythm. And it just keeps on going over and over and over. Like you mentioned all those things like Netflix and eating and doing all these things.
All of
a sudden, then you don't even think about it anymore. Then you're like in your mind, I'm so far gone now.
Fuck it. There's no coming back.
I'm not even going to do anything at all. I'll just stay here because it's comfortable. Yep. If I have to stop Netflix or if I have to start eating right or if I have to start going to the gym, it takes action and it's a lot of hard work and you can get into that procrastination.
Absolutely.
Rut. It's a rut, right? It's a rut.
And then the next one is rigidity. Is all about living a life constructed around rules that do not serve your highest, greatest good, but they are so ingrained in your life that you just keep doing them over and over and over without avail. These adaptations usually come from a childhood that had a less than ideal condition or conditions and have been able to limit our adulthoods, right? So for example, like when you were a child, screaming and yelling and fighting might have been the only way that you got attention from your parents. So then what happens is you pop off in your marriage relationship. Like, so anytime something happens that's like maybe not feeling good to you, you just like get in these fucking war battles with the person. It's like all you know, right? Or, people who have this issue also see as life, like they see life in cans and can'ts, right? And then they see life in do's and do nots. Like people will say like, I only date men who have money. Or you should only be friends with people who can help you climb a social ladder. Or you shouldn't ask for help. Or you cannot let people get too close because they'll hurt you. And obviously that's not helping us live our best lives ever.
It's the opposite. And what I found, what I can speak for myself definitely, and I think you too, because I know you so well, that we went through all these things back in the day. We heard all these things. It's like opposite of what success actually is.
Yes.
It's opposite. You need help. If you have somebody that has financial, money or whatever, and you're trying to launch a business,
right?
Why wouldn't you ask them?
Absolutely.
If you're having a hard time, trying to push an agenda through, why wouldn't you ask somebody for help or information or something that you can get these things done?
But somewhere in your childhood, a parent or whatever said like, you don't ask anyone for help. You do things yourself, and then it like gets ingrained in your mind.
And then you stay right where your parents are. Because if you don't start working that way and working those things through,
absolutely.
Like we'll say things to each other, and you'll say something to me, or I'll say something to you, and you're like, or you'll be like, where did that even come from? That language you just said, where did it even come from? And then we'll sit there and Jesus, I don't even know. This is something that just has been like spurting out for years, and I don't even know why the hell I even say it.
Yep.
And it's not my belief, but guess what? I'm saying it over and over again,
or
you're saying it over and over again, so then it ekes its way in to be your belief.
Like when your mother says, like, you'll be happy when I'm dead, then you'll be sorry.
Yeah.
And then, like, you're like, that's crazy. But then all of a sudden you get in a fight with your husband and you say it and you're like, oh my God. And you put your hand over your mouth, like, where did this fucking come from? That's so weird. But it's subconsciously ingrained. And then last but certainly not least, because I believe that this is the root of everything, is fear. Fear is always what holds us back in pretty much every situation. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the voice in your heads, overbearing mothers, whatever. So we run the other way. And we never fully prove to ourselves who we are and what we can accomplish in the absence of fear. Like Will Smith always says, like, everything you fear, everything that you want in life is on the other side of fear, right? Yes. And it's so freaking true. Yeah, so anything worth having is gonna fucking push you out of your comfort zones, and you are gonna have fear. That's just the way it is.
I think you asked me one day, it was something that I was working towards, and you go, how come you don't have this yet? And I was like, kind of come up with an answer. And I'm like, why are you asking me this now? Because then I had to actually go back and start
think about it,
peeling the onion and say, why don't I?
Yes.
I'm talking about this, and there must be something I'm self-sabotaging. It must be something that I'm not doing, or it must be something I'm afraid of. So those are the only things. So we started peeling the onion, and this is how the Babe House works. We always pull
It's a real fucking hoot.
It's a real hoot. And, we're not just hanging out together. I mean, we love each other, but we're not hanging out. We're looking to evolve.
Well, our relationship is a spiritual growth relationship. It's not just a marriage.
Yes.
And I think every relationship that you get into, whether it's a friend or a loving, like, marriage relationship, should be a soul evolution relationship. Right. I don't think you're just getting together to bang and eat.
But those things are fun.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Some of those things are a lot funner than sometimes asking, how come you're not where you want to be?
Matt, when the fuck did funner become a word? Can we get our shit together more funner?
When did that word even come?
Funner. It's more funner.
I said more fun.
All right, I'm moving on with my day.
I'm out of here.
Ed Sullivan shaking his head saying, I heard funner. Yeah.
Did you hear funner?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Wow. The mass hole is just really coming out today. Funner.
It was much more fun.
And after this podcast, we're going to go to the Packy. Okay. So here are my top 5 ways to tell the fucking voices to fuck off and stop self-sabotaging. Number 1, change your behavior patterns. One of the best ways to do this is I ask myself, is this getting me closer or further away to who I desire to be? Or is it a hell yes or a hell no? Then I make my decisions. Old patterns would just be doing what the voices tell you to do, and then obviously coming up with the same conclusions, decisions, or situations, aka what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result, right? Number 2, set real and attainable goals, right? Set goals with timelines, money objectives, how you wish to feel, and then having consequences if they're not attained or adhered to. So say to yourself, like, no screen time at night until I meditate, or no coffee in the morning until I exercise. And small things like that make a huge impact. And if you have consequences for less than desirable behaviors, then you will just keep repeating the same patterns again, which is fucking insanity again.
Right. But making those small steps puts your body and your life in a different trajectory.
Oh my God,
right?
Yes.
Because those you're breaking up the pattern. If you say, I'm not going to have coffee until after I work out, right? Then you do that. It changes the day.
Right.
Right? You get out of Westworld.
Oh my God. If you guys haven't watched the show Westworld, it's on Netflix or Hulu?
No, it's on HBO.
Oh, it's on HBO?
Yeah.
Dude, literally, some of y'all are living in Westworld.
Someday.
Just watch the movie. Just watch that damn show.
Someday I'm
going to do that. Oh, I'm not going to tell you more, but watch the damn show. Number 3, recognize where the pattern came from in the first place. Okay, this is one of the hardest things that I've had to really get in touch with, because so many of the patterns came from my childhood. And then I went through like an anger period where I was just like, what the fuck? And then you go through like grieving. You go through like all these different like stages. Yes. So
I remember the angry period.
Matt was around
for that one.
I'll
never forget it.
No, I know.
It was very tough.
So obviously reread or re-listen to, because I also am going to be writing a blog. If you guys don't check out the blog on KBMC website, it's awesome. But reread or re-listen to the top 4 ways that you self-sabotage, and then really be honest and clear with where these behaviors stemmed from in the first place, helping you in turn realize what they are. Just, are they just bad software that's been installed into the computer of your mind, and therefore you need to install new software. It's truly that simple. Now, I didn't say it was easy, but it's that simple. So recognizing where the patterns came from. And then number 4, knowing what kind of saboteur you are in the first place, right? So know what kind of saboteur you are. Know what kind of saboteur you are, and then slowly starting to incorporate change. Procrastination, negative self-talker, or perfectionist. So those are the 3 types of sabotagers. So you're either a procrastinator, you are a negative self-talker, or you are a perfectionist. And some of us are like all three. Jill's going all three. Same. When I read this, because I was doing like research for the podcast, and when I read this, I was like, oh, me so horny, me all three. I'm like, damn, dog. So, once you nail down which one or how many of these you are, you can help you itemize how you're going to do all this to how you're doing all this to yourself in the first place. And then you can take the steps to write a new story for yourself, right? I mean,
if you could take one, like me, if I could take procrastination and then just freaking kill that.
Matt is such a procrastinator. Oh my God.
I'm working on that.
Why are you?
I don't know. Maybe I had to wait for this podcast to get my shit together.
Matt just shows up so I can drop some knowledge in his ass.
Listen, I need to make not procrastinating much more funner.
Fuck you, Matt.
I'm going to make it much more funner. Starting right now. Taking action is a lot funner.
I can't even. Stab me.
Words from Matt Baybine's wisdom.
Oh my God. Jesus. Well, at least Matt's taking responsibility for his poor grammar and also his procrastination today. Remember, it's once you take responsibility, then you can change it. If you're going to go around and blame everybody else for where you are in your life, you're never, ever, ever going to change any of this shit. And you're just going to keep doing the same damn thing. Insanity. And last but not least, take time. Number 5, take time to celebrate the change. One of the many things I've done to break myself out of these bad habits and patterns is to celebrate the wins along the way. You stop procrastinating and you have a week of amazing workouts. Buy yourself a new pair of damn sneakers. You finally wrote the book you've been talking about writing for years. Take a weekend away with a loved one to a spa. Little wins, big wins, they all make the needle move in the right direction. Celebration is key to motivate and change and make change that actually stays. Don't you agree?
I agree so much. That's awesome.
Stop being fucking procrastinating pricks.
I'm going to get back in the next podcast and tell you how much fun I experienced by taking action in not procrastinating.
Oh.
And I mean it. So put this date down in your little diaries, everyone out there.
Jeez Louise.
Because you're going to see some massive action coming your way.
Thank you so much for being part of this ambitious movement. It really means the world to me. Thank you for putting up with our bad grammar and craziness. And like I always say to all of you bitches out there, see you next Tuesday.
Good job.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.